Okay, for this video, we're going to see how to make your wrap for the can. So what you'll need to do is go into our class here, and we'll need to go to the correct assignment. And so this is the label design. So when we open that up, it's going to give us our requirements and our two resources here that we'll need, and then our spot to make our drawing. So the first things I'll show you are two resources, which is the Nutrition Label Maker. And if you click that link, it'll take you to the Nutrition Label Generator. We're not going to use the barcode because you actually have to have a real barcode to make that work, not just make up a bunch of numbers. But the Nutrition Label Generator works. We're going to pick the 2016 new. That's already chosen. We're going to pick the format here, the first one, because it has the least amount of information we have to fill out. So for the label, we're filling in most of these. So our can is 1 serving, and then quantity is 1. Our unit is a can. I don't remember what the actual size is for the can. I think on the can it tells you how many grams. I'm just going to put 200 calories. And then most of these you'll see on the side of the can. So fat could be probably a low number, 0. So we can put in, so if I remember here, some of these will be 0, and some will have numbers. You could look up a pop can label and get those numbers if you want, to make sure you're putting in ones that are halfway accurate, like I just did. So once you get done, you'll click the Generate button, and it's going to show you what that label looks like. If there's anything you want to change, you can go change it. Otherwise, you'll want to click the Download Image, not the Download PDF, but the Download Image. And you'll save that to your computer. Once that gets saved to your computer, well, it'll ask you where you want to save it. Save it to your student folder for our projects. And then you'll need to go into Canvas and go to the Google Drawing to add that. But before we do that, let's go to the Quilltext site. If you want some interesting looking fonts that's easy to make and use, you'll pick one of these. Ones that I wouldn't pick are these that are animated GIFs like this, because if you look at the word around it, there's a white background. So these other ones have a checkerboard background, and that means that it's clear, it's see-through. So when you put it on top of something else, it will show through whatever it's on top of. So we don't want to pick something that's got a white background. So when you find one that you like, you can go ahead and change that, and then you can see what it'll look like here up at the top. So you type in your text. You can change the different font. Some of these will work, some of them won't. Just depends on what you're looking for. So there's different ones here. Some of them are hard to read. We don't want to use like that. We want to pick one that's easy to read. And so, it took us, we don't want to click those. I'm going to just keep it the current one. I don't want to change it because it's easier to read. So, but you can change it if you want. We can change the colors around it, so we can go in and change how it looks. So we can go and change some of the different colors if I want. Gives us some different options, depends on what we want to do. I'll put a shadow, and then when you're done, yeah, just the text logo and shadow should be the ones you go ahead and change. These other two just leave alone. When you're done, click Create Logo, and it will show us what it will look like. And click the Download button here in blue right underneath, and you'll save that to your student folder to be able to use. So when we go back here to the template, click on our link here, and we'll be able to edit our document. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to add in those elements that we just made. If we go to Insert Image, and we're going to upload those from the computer. So I'm going to go to mine. I already made some on my computer. Okay, so I have my nutrition label. And we'll pop that in. And our nutrition label, we'll want to make a bit smaller. If you're going to have your ingredients down here, you'll want to make that a little bit smaller. And I'll actually want to download this because I don't have it separate. And I'll go back and insert this. I think this is in my downloads. Yep, there it is. Okay, so might need to resize that a little bit, make it the right size. And on your images, there's a little circle on the top that you can use to tilt and rotate your images. So those all have a little handle there on the top that you can grab and turn those. So we're going to add in a background. So I'm going to grab something from the internet so I can go to image and search the web and search for an image that I want to use. Let's see. Pick something I could see the background easily. I'll pick this white. And if you notice, the picture covers the words, so you can actually order these from front to back. If you right-click on the image, probably the background would be the easiest, and go to Order. We can send this to the back behind everything. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this the same size as my checkerboard background. I can exit out of that. Okay, so make that the same size, and then I can move my stuff around, put it where I want. I can continue adding images from the web, or if you want, you can make different simple shapes. If there's something there that you could draw using one of the drawing tools, you can use that. If it's something simple, so like arrows, these assorted shapes, any of these, if they are useful to make something rather than try to find a picture, you can just use one of those and draw your shapes on. You want to use the text box tool here. So all this stuff is in the Insert menu, or along the toolbar here. It's also located. You'll want to use the text box tool and add a text box in for your ingredients. And I'm just typing generic things there, so you'll want to do more specific ingredients. I'm just typing stuff, and we'll want to go ahead and resize that so it fits a little bit better. It should fit underneath the nutrition facts, shouldn't stick out, so you want to kind of make that text box and the size of your words the right size so it all fits underneath. Or sometimes it'll sit on the side depending on how you make it. So sometimes they'll put it on the side here. And of course you want your label here to be the right size. So this might go up and down. Depends on how you want to make it. Sometimes they'll put it like this. If they have a lot of ingredients, sometimes it fits better to put it on the side, make it small like that. Just depends. So as you add in your elements, just make sure you got everything showing. It's nice and neat. You can easily see it. So once we go back here to Canvas, you'll have your design there. And when you're all finished, you'll need to click the Submit button. So then when we click it, it should send it, and you should see Submitted at, and then whatever date and time. If you have any questions, please ask.